About to do it live, live, live right now. Today, live, today, live, today. The streets take. It's about to go on, go on, go on. I mean, I don't want to read what Daddy Ball is. I need you to get on the show. The deacon needs you in the building. So somebody already said Daddy Ball and politics have a lot in common. Many people will vote for a candidate just based upon the party, no matter who they are. Many dads will start a kid in the spotlight position, no matter the talent, their talent or effort. E, I've benched my own kid after checking up on his grade. Woo! How you find out if somebody a daddy ball, somebody a daddy ball? Wait, how do you find out if somebody daddy ball? Talk about a kid that played the same position as your son play and watch how he talk. Ooh, oh, that's how you find out. I got you, LZ. I got you. I got you. Well, I'm about to put it on, man. I'm about to put it on right now and see. We got 7 people. They done jumped in here. So what's up, man? Shut up. You shut up. Hey, it's it's called coach ball too. Matt be coach balling. He got his favorite kids too. Nah, it'll never say that. For what? Wood, what's going on, man? I'm sorry I didn't get back with you yesterday. Great conversation with that brother. Real quick, let him know he knew already what it was. I'm trying to figure out, Wood, are you the same? Are you and Will Harris like really tight? Wood, let me know. Just shake your head, say yes, and then I'll be like, that's my guy. Me and Will talked about you the other day. I try to help this guy. I think that's the guy I try to help get a college DB job. I spoke very highly of him, didn't even know who I was talking about. Man, I seen your video. You got a crazy, crazy video. Hey, keep that low, Matt, because we all moving around. Believe me. It just depends on where we moving. It's where we moving. So yeah, man. Is that the same Wood? Wood, you ain't telling me, man. Tell me if that's you, man. Is that you? Are you the guy that are you the same guy? You and Will Harris tight? Tell me. I think you the guy. I think you. I know. I saw. I saw it. I was like, stop, Matt. Stop. You can't be doing it. So, man, yeah, man. I need y'all to tell me, man. What is Daddy Ball, man? Like, I know what it is. I just wanted. I thought it would be a great topic to go. Oh, you don't know? Okay, you wasn't the guy. You wasn't the guy. You wasn't the guy. You wasn't. But I'm not. I want to know the reason why, because people always go, and Daddy Ball originated in baseball. I want you guys to know. It originated in baseball, and then it just kind of it trickled over into everything and everything. I want to know, do all coaches have their favorites? And I always tell parents this when I was coaching high school basketball and I would do my parent meeting, I would always do my parent meeting and say to the parents, all coaches have favorites. So let me just tell you guys this so we don't go, he gets treated different. I played professional sports. And when I was in rookie camp, I used to laugh because I was in rookie camp, it was like certain things that veterans did that you just couldn't get away with. I knew Charles Barkley, when he was playing with the Suns, he used to, that's it. I'm going to get to that. Charles Barkley used to be with the Suns, and the Suns would say, hey, we get here at 3, the bus leaves at 5, we get into the airport, we out of here, we got to go to a game, we flying out. Barkley said, well, the bus leave when I get here. Like, literally, he would just do that because he was a vet. So you had guys getting to the arena 2 hours, 3 hours earlier than what they were supposed to be because they didn't want Barkley to come and be like, hey, we out. And he would come late, he'd come early, he'd do whatever. So a lot of guys didn't really understand, like, there are certain rules for certain guys, and that's just the way the game is. There's politics in the game. And nobody wants to say whether they right. What's up, T? If they right or wrong, but that's what it is. Let's just be honest. Every coach, I like what Wood is saying. Wood said, hey, you dang right I got favorites. I play the guys that's gonna help me win. So more times than not, I always hear parents, well, he missed practice, and when I signed the paper, it said if you miss practice, you got to sit out a quarter. Well, mom, that goes for everybody. But if I'm playing modern day, and that's one of my best dudes, we he playing. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. And when you start, well, that's not fair, and that's not. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, coaches they do that, and it's wrong. No, no, and you know, some of y'all looking now, I can see y'all face. It's wrong. Some it's wrong. It's not fair to you know, it's what you know, what are you sending message to the other kid? But when you lose that game and you lose your job, the message you send is I really don't want to work no more. So sometimes sometimes you know different things happen. But no, I do. He said, yeah. So yeah, let's get back to Daddy Ball. T, you said we gonna figure it out later, but we gonna win this game. And hey, you know you missed practice, and I didn't set you out this week. Next week we playing Matt and them. They terrible. You can sit out that game. That's what they gonna do. They don't count. No, I mess with you, Matt. You know I mess with you. It's only a problem if you lose. Yeah, that's it. Daddy ball is if your kid is better than the next kid. So I'm gonna give y'all a daddy ball classic all-star game, right? Daddy ball classic. We have an all-star game. We have what's called an all-area game here in youth football. I go coach this game one year. I'm a coach, and I have to pick 4 kids. You're supposed to pick a lineman, a utility player. Sierra missed this week. Uh, a lineman, no, a utility player, a lineman, D lineman, skill players. I think it's like you get 4 or 5 kids. I get to practice. This is how you know daddy ball is in full effect. I'm out there with a bunch of dads. I'm asking. I'm out there with a bunch of a bunch of dads that coach. We have no linemen. Everybody's kid made it. We got literally 5 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 5 wide receivers. Every coach's kid made it. And I'm sitting there going, well, where the lineman at? My son played running back and linebacker. I made my son play nose guard in the game with number 56 and ended up, they was like, man, put him at running back. I said, nope. Nope. I put my son at nose guard that all-star game. We didn't have no D-line, O-line guys, because every coach sent their kid. That killed me. I was like, are you serious? And so throughout the league, the rules never change for daddy ball. Daddy ball is when you pick your kid, and you know some kids. I never wanted to pick my kids, but what I didn't like, coaches just do stuff like this. We're gonna let the kids pick. How you let the kids pick? The kids pick the kid they either scared of or the most popular. Period. Everybody like this dude because he'll beat them up. Y'all know y'all kids are scared of other kids. Don't be trying, my kid ain't no punk. Okay. All right. We gonna let the kids pick. And the kids pick, they pick Lil Ron Ron. Everybody like him. He the littlest dude out there, but they like him because they hear everybody in the stands, go Ron Ron. They like him. That's what it is. Daddy ball is when your son is Danny Dimes at quarterback starting, but Patrick Mahomes is a second string quarterback, and Danny Dimes' dad is the coach. There it is. Hey, and let me tell y'all how why I'm talking about this and how this happens. I run a service. I am finding kids who are transferring to schools, not going to schools, all about what happened with Daddy Ball in youth football and somewhat in high school, and it's trickling over into college. Yeah, yeah, it done y'all it done happened so much. It done follow cats and had them pick the wrong high school and stuff. Y'all gotta get a hold of this Daddy Ball, man. I'm gonna tell you one hardest thing to do too. Sit in the stand. I have a hard time. I don't like. Hey, it takes a special dude to coach their kid and be fair to everyone that can't do it. You right. Cause I ain't met a daddy that go, hey man, it's okay. Don't play my son. This little nigga sorry as a mug, bro. Got it from his mama's side. Yeah. Uh, if he get a couple plays, just call it what you want to call it, but it come from his mama's side. Yeah, he can't run. Her daddy, he didn't play. Grandmama didn't do nothing. I ain't heard it yet. I ain't heard no daddy yet. No. I hear it. I ain't heard it. I'm waiting for it. Hey, check it out. Hey, check it out. He don't get it from me. He get it on his mama's side. Don't play him. I used to bench my kid because I didn't want Daddy Ball, coach. He said, forget all that now. Lil Wood is playing and getting first deal. Hey, at the end of the day, I had to have another coach say, hey man, give your son the ball. Because I was so messed up with, I didn't want that to be the thing. And I didn't. Coach Skeet, rest in peace. He told me, Coach Jennings, Tay Denny. He said, hey man, give Ian the rock. Why are you playing? I said, man, I don't want people in the stand saying I'm doing this. So I'm just like, he like, dude, we gotta win. And I was like, yeah. And that's when it's tough. Cause it's like you gotta do and you don't wanna, and that's what it is. And I'm like, now sometimes you gotta just get to the point and be like, ooh, or put your dude on a high power team and be like, hey, he getting his carries, he getting better, whatever it is, and call it a day. What most daddy ballers are looking for. So here's one of the rules. Daddy ball goes, oh, I want to play on the top team, but he ain't gonna get the ball. See, this is what me and Wood was talking about. A lot of this transfer and all this other stuff that I was talking about, it comes in the light of sometimes we don't want to compete. So we find a team, we find a team sometime to put our kid on, and I'm gonna answer those questions. Find a team to put our kid on that we think is cool, but what we don't factor in, we don't know who moving into town. We don't know what other kid is gonna come, and if your kid ain't ready to compete, daddy the coach, and he know the other kid that just moved into town that got on the team is better, but he ain't gonna do it because he want his son to get the. And I get it. So he said, look, I started youth organization, coach my team. My son was a lineman until last year, his last year of youth football. You said, forget it, Ty. I get it. He said, why? Why on your kid to uplift the next kid? Nah, buddy, I got you. All they doing is killing the kid for high school. Yeah. See, I'm to the point with this right now. I'm looking at the portal and I'm going, every coach is not dogging kids. Every school is not dogging a kid. I'm looking at high school. Everybody's not. I went through a situation where I just felt like last year, and I didn't. The proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding. My kid is playing. He's at a Division I school. He was on a team where the year prior he was one of the main guys. A new coach came in and was like just trying to make him a DB, and that's what he was gonna play, and didn't want to throw the ball. I got upset. Wasn't no daddy ball. I tell you, I keep it 100. One of the baddest dudes, just didn't know how to operate with all the talent that the coach had. I don't think they knew how to do it. Didn't like it. Get it. Kind of not ironic that the dude is a freshman actually getting on the field in Division I school, but yet, you know, I don't understand. That's kind of crazy. So I'll tell you, it wasn't a daddy ball. That became more political for me to feel like, okay, this is what it is. All right, cool. We good. He out, but proof is in the pudding. Okay. I'm not going there. I went there, but I'm gonna go here. This is what I mean. I'm transferring 4 times in high school because they dogging it. I'm transferring in college because I don't want to compete. And what Marcus just said, all they doing is killing the kid for high school and college. Because the minute, because it's that one word, man. Sometimes we scared. When you know another kid is just as good or better, you get afraid of your kid competing. So if you have the power, you go, oh no, I'm going to make sure my guy, I'm gonna make sure my guy play. Get that. And sometimes kids get dogged out. And the thing is, Daddy Walk kills the spirit of a lot of kids to where they don't want to even deal with it anymore because politics, the politics of the game. I had to learn those politics of the game playing basketball the hard way. Nigel McGill, where you at, man? UCLA point guard, Chicago bred, LA dude, writer, filmer. Y'all saw him in the movie The Air up there. Uh yes, Dan Pierce getting extended. Not for us, Matt. So played with him. Didn't even come to a Matt, I need you on because we're gonna talk about dead period and what some kids need to do. And I don't need you promoting nothing else. So put on the right hat, Matt, and stop playing. Um, and put on the right hat today. The last time I don't know if you had on the right hat. I don't know what you had. So I just sent you the link, Matt. I want to talk about that. You said ain't nothing wrong with transferring. Just look at Justin Fields and Joe Burrows. But again, Ahmad, when you say that, I just did. I put it there. Ahmad, when you say Justin Fields, those guys went. They still had they were high ceiling guys. You can't tell a kid that it's too many kids in the portal still living off of what they did in high school and don't realize that your Justin Fields transfer is not the same as the kid that just left SC and went to Oregon. It's not the same. It's not the same as Devon Williams or whatever his name is. It's not the same. Just he's a quarterback, high. This dude's about to be top 3 picks in the NFL draft. Joe Burrow, different, totally different. You cannot put that on the same level. It's never the same level. When you talk about a top kid, that's like Bryce. If Bryce Young says tomorrow he's transferring somewhere where he can play right away because he don't want to sit, he's fine. Another quarterback at Boston College can't do that. So yeah, it's something wrong because you may put yourself in a position to where you're not because you're not that guy. Your market value wasn't what it was. Justin Fields' market value out of high school was through the roof, and he made sure he didn't burn bridges. Nobody knew who he was. Okay, all right. LSU knew who he was. He could go to LSU. Everybody can't transfer and go to LSU. I guarantee you his schools wasn't like LSU, Cal Poly, UC San Diego. I bet you enough Power Fives knew who he was to where he could go to a school like LSU. Come on, man. Come on. Guarantee it. You cannot tell a kid who is like his stock is worth about, just under a 1AA. Yeah, you can go. Come on, man. And I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. It's not. But that's what I want to say. It's not a bad thing. It's still got to be done in the right context of where you gonna go. You're right. It's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. Let me clarify that. It's not a bad thing. Okay. Eli Doyle, love nephew. That's my kid. That's one of my guys. Great kid. Left Alemany, Arizona State. Boom. He going to Arizona, big body. Blah. He got all these measurables. Coach gets fired. Herm them come in. He's not gonna play. Calls me. Bam. Hey, let's find you a school. San Jose. They start talking a little bit. Whatever. Boom. 1AA. One of the best 1AAs in the country. Eastern Washington. He goes there. he fits. Now, if we go back and we start talking about it from the right perspective, was that a school he should have looked at out of high school? A lot of decisions that are made wrong from jump because everybody wants to go to the Power Five or what they call, quote unquote, the big school. And ain't nobody got a big school, especially in COVID. Liberty just beat Virginia Tech. How many of y'all would have went to Liberty over Virginia Tech? None of y'all. No, nobody. You wouldn't have told no kid to go to Liberty. You'd have said, oh no, go to VTech. They just smashed them. BYU just beat the heck out of Boise. Y'all wouldn't have said that because we get into a bunch of the other stuff. So when you transfer, it's not a bad thing, but you got to transfer with the right mindset. That's all I'm saying. Matt V in the building. I'm gonna call him Traveling Matt because he been sneaking around. I've been seeing. I don't want to say. Oh, you got an LA hat on today.
Always when I'm out of town, I wear LA hat.
Oh, you out of town right now, Matt? I didn't know you was out of town right now. We ain't supposed to even be. Yeah, we can. All right.
Yeah, we can. I'm on a family vacation.
That's good. I saw the video, but I thought it was like from a week ago. So.
Nah, shit, I'm right here. Look at this shit.
Let me see what it looked like, Matt. Is it cold where you at? I can tell by the picture. Let me see. Let me see if I can guess where you at. Let me see. Turn it around.
It's turning around.
Okay, it's raining.
That's all you get to see. No, time is up.
Okay, it's raining and it was a big truck on the highway. Yeah, I could tell. You're in the Midwest somewhere.
And it's 67 degrees. Beautiful.
You're in the Midwest somewhere right now.
Yeah, probably so. I don't know. I'm on the West Coast. I'm in LA.
Okay, yeah, that did kind of look 405 or 15-ish. That looked 15. Hey, so yeah, I talked about that the other day, bro. Dead period gonna be extended. Probably he told me he thinks till April, like they're not gonna really let these guys get out for a while.
Yeah, I heard 21 official visits are canceled. Well, all those gonna be canceled. You can't official visit if you're 21 class. I heard the dead period's gonna be like you said, April. That's what I heard.
Yeah. So you know, as we talk to our parents, man, this pandemic is now starting to twinkle into the 22s a little bit. Huh?
I told you the last time I was on here, it's probably watching 22s about to get infected. So, I mean, that's big because, I mean, that means no evaluation can come out. Coaches can't come out in January or February on campus with kids. And,
right,
you know, after that, you usually take the parents jot down some unofficials they want to go on. But they're not going to be able to go on it. I mean, you can go, but you're not going to be able to see anything, technically. And
so you're doing a great thing, man. And I'm setting mine up for January, February as well. Taking kids out. What do you think about 7-on-7 season? What do you think? How do you think LA Unified and those guys possibly not playing, and what we could do in 7-on-7? How's that gonna help?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen 7-on-7. But I mean, you gotta do something.
Is that going? Do you think that's gonna be a viable choice for people to play so they can get some type of feel?
Yeah, but I mean, what parks or what? I mean, you're not gonna be able to play out of high school. And no one's gonna let you use your high school for the weekend to play a 7-on-7 event.
We don't have to get on that Indian reservation way out where they was at the last time and go all the way to Idaho and all these other spots, because that's probably gonna be the only thing that people are gonna be able to.
8.5 miles. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think that's gonna be the main thing, right?
We'll see. Like us to
And Matt, you're a high school.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. You're a high school coach. What are they saying to you?
We're just giving kids a hope. I mean, conditioning and everything still every day. We go Monday to Thursday. But I mean, once they let us know that we can't play, we're gonna shut it down. No,
yeah. Do you think they'll let these kids know that in time? When I say
I don't. I think that's a good question because I was having a parent Governor Newsom, right? He hasn't said anything about any high school sports, not football, just in general, water polo, soccer, nothing in high school sports. But I don't think he is going to say anything, just because if you hear him say there's not no sports, he's going to be hated more than he is by these parents.
Right.
But so it's a political standpoint. He can't say yes, he can't say no. All he's going to say is these are the guidelines. These are the guidelines and rules that we set out. You determine if we can play or not. Because as soon as the Pac-12 came out, he was quick to say, "There's not no rule saying you can't play high school football. No, I mean college football. Remember?"
Yeah.
But he's not going to say that that you cannot play any sports in high school. You got to think about it. Freaking basketball or water polo is supposed to start in high school, Southern California. December 11th is supposed to be the first game or first participation. They're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't think the whole state is playing in California. The whole state is not going to play. They just got to, but no one's going to come out and say we're canceling everything just because politically that they'll look terrible, And
what about
on the road?
What about your thought on the privates?
I mean, shit. If the whole state's not playing, they're not playing.
How come?
I mean, they're not going to be able to play.
Well, you say,
and then the governor, the whole state. I don't think the whole state's going to play. Governor Newsom just said the other day that last month the index or whatever was like 2.5, and now it's 3.7. He just said, get ready for a third wave or second wave of the virus. I think we lost our chance of playing in January and flu season. We should have just banged it out in September, got 5 games in league, and just said, fuck it, we're going to play league, we're playing playoffs, and that's it. Opposed to, just keep pushing it back.
Play 5 games.
And Governor,
Yep.
And then Governor Newsom's so scared, right? Governor Newsom's so scared. So people are, once he looks on ESPN and half the SEC games got canceled. Maryland, Ohio State game just got canceled. I mean, and I heard USC got canceled too this week. I'm not too sure. I just heard it. It did. USC got canceled. So, I mean, fuck. I mean, what's that going to say for high school? And then the LAUSD superintendent said in an interview the other day when he was, watching high schools, the conditioning start, and he was out there, showing his face publicly and showing that he cared. He said, I don't see how we can play a season when kids are not on campus.
Well, yeah, they said that in our area, and
I mean, you tell me,
It's gonna be so recruiting's gonna be pretty tough, man.
Recruiting's gonna be tough, man. Recruiting's gonna be tough. If you don't have anything, it's really tough. Yeah. I mean, it's bad times right now. And as recruiting's gonna be tough, and the next year a lot of these jobs, coaches is gonna be gone because I'm basically as a whole program, I'm signing unseen kids. I haven't seen this kid in 10 months. I'm signing, and this kid has never visited my campus.
And let me tell you, that's tough because, like you said, but that's where again I say people need to be using a service because we become the eyes and ears and sights and and film is gonna be king. And
right.
if you're not doing it, I mean, hey,
them young kids they better
hey,
because
8th and 9th grade kids that are not 9th grade kids that are not going to get to play freshman football. What do they do next year? They have no film of nothing. They haven't done anything. So now the speed of the game. Now you're a 10th grader.
They better call people like us and say, who knows these kids and can vouch and stuff. But some of these parents don't get it, and it is what it is, and they get it too late. But it happens. I mean, you can't physically force someone to do, it's for us to help guide them. They just got to pick and choose.
That's it. That's just what it's gonna be, man. Well, you enjoy it, there.
Yeah, but I was devastated when I heard that the signing period get pushed back and shit. That's a huge, especially for the 22 class.
So you mean the
dead periods that get put. My bad. I said the dead period.
I say, man, don't you tell me? Yeah, somebody just dinged me right now. USC got canceled. Yep.
Yeah, USC got canceled.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. I think we just gotta learn to live with what we're gonna live with, and it is what it is. COVID ain't going nowhere. I'll see. Well,
Yeah.
you can find Matt. You parents, you can find Matt. You can find me, California Recruits. You can find Matt in alwaysrecruiting.com. I don't know what it is, what Matt calls this thing, but Matt
Hey,
V.
but you see, I'm like the Rolls Royce of this shit. You know what I mean? You and your hybrid, and that's cute. And you got to be in the hybrid driving from fucking Bakersfield to LA. God damn.
Now,
But I'm like,
I,
when
I'm
you
not.
when you go to a dealership and you start looking around and you see that shit in the showroom, I'm
Hey,
that one in the showroom.
you are the one in the showroom, but you're not the Rolls Royce. You're the Chrysler 300. You look good, but damn it, you ain't no.
I'm like everything, you know what I mean? I'm the shit. I fly,
You the
when we fly,
Chrysler. Hey,
when we fly, I'm the one that you don't think I'm on the flight because then you see me roll one and you just pass me because you're in row 35. You know what I mean?
yeah, I don't fly. I do too much work like that, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that you consider yourself. Everybody should consider themselves the Rolls Royce of the industry.
Got to.
I am doing what I need to do to help kids every step of
We
the
got
way.
to. We got to, and that's why I gave people a taste of the little videos and the
Yeah, man.
stories and stuff. But
Hey, I started cracking up. I said, Matt don't care right now. But
yeah,
hey, at the end of the day, how else are these kids gonna get out, man? Bottom
how
line.
else they got to do something. You can't you can't be at the house. Or you better go live in a bunker then if that's what you're gonna do.
That's what you better. You be careful where you at. It look a little rainy down there in Southern California, and I'll get with you, man.
All right, be safe, Deacon.
I got you, man. Y'all be safe, man. Take care of them babies.
All right.
Got you. Matt V in the building, y'all. Y'all got it. Square Technique in the building. Ant Dog. Be looking forward to seeing Ant at camp. So, hey, he always one of them things. I gotta go back to my guy Wood. He had made a comment. I want to make sure. At the end of the day, you got to make calculated decision when you're picking the school. Kids are letting their daddies pick their school for the hype. Yep, we got a lot of kids that should be in the Mountain West trying to be power. Okay, but who gonna tell the truth? That's the political side of it. I mean, we just talking to Matt right now. A lot of kids. I see a lot of kids picking the wrong school, and y'all ain't. A lot of them cats ain't telling them they picking the wrong school. You know, they picking the wrong situations because their expectation is that they've been given and done a certain way the whole time they were in uh, in youth football and in high school. And so I think I'm Power Five, man. Okay, you crazy. Tremel wanted me to ask you there. He said he need our mother to advise why is okay for his kid can't to enter the portal without his consent. Oh, because of what he said the other night. You told him, he said Hollywood better talk to you before he enter the portal. He should. He's gonna be like Quincy on Love and Basketball. He's gonna be crying and sitting there holding Erica, his girl's ball, holding a daughter at the end of the movie watching WNBA. That's what he's gonna be doing because he came out too early. That's why. You better talk to his daddy. You better. D, what's up, man? Yeah, you should talk to your father. This portal, man. Let me share. All right, so USC just canceled their game. Hey, y'all know I'm talking. He's gonna be like Quincy and Love and Basketball. He gonna be stuck. Man, I don't even know I'm gonna do my Pac-12 rundown if USC done cancel their game this week. Boy, I'm telling you, um, what's his name? Sumlin is getting saved, boy. he, he man, he getting saved. He don't even have to have a game this week. And they still kept him third on the hot seat. We're gonna go to the hot seat here in a minute. But let's look at these games, man, this week. Let's look at these games this week. Let's take a look at what we had this week. So this is the week, yeah, this is the 14th week. So East Carolina, Cincinnati. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. Marshall over Middle Tennessee. Miami, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech will lose that one. Liberty, I'm gonna go with y'all. Y'all won last week. Indiana, Michigan State is gonna be a game. I mean, Indiana is like acting like what? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Indiana. I like you, Mel Tucker, but nope, gotta go Indiana. Georgia, Missouri. Georgia will bounce back. Coastal Carolina, they number 15. I'm gonna go with them. Lafayette, Louisiana over South Alabama. USC, Arizona. USC would have won that game. Sumlin is now 2-0 by default. Ohio State, Maryland got canceled. Notre Dame, Boston College. Think Notre Dame is on a high. Hope they don't come off that high and you know, I hope they don't come off that high. SMU, Tulsa, I really don't care, so I'm gonna go with them. Washington State, Oregon State, University of Oregon. That's gonna be interesting. As Washington State put it on whoever they put it on. So that's gonna be crazy. Uh, oh, that's awesome, man. 430. We gotta have 400 some players at the camp this week without comps, man. That come on, man. We doing our thug business. Look at that. Awesome, man. A lot of kids. Um, they're gonna shut it off tonight. Oregon, yeah. Well, I say Florida, Arkansas, Northwestern, Purdue, Wisconsin, Michigan. Will Harbaugh win a game? Uh-oh. Will he win a game? That's gonna be the question. I'm gonna pose that question right now. And then UCLA got Oregon next week. Will Harbaugh go before Chip Kelly? Let's see. Let's see what everybody thinks right now. Will Harbaugh go before Chip Kelly? Is that's gonna be the question. Will Harbaugh make it? Oh yeah, I saw that. Man, they keep canceling because you dub over Oregon State easy. We're gonna have one more quarantine month. So let me say, will Harbaugh win a game this year, y'all? Like he can go 0-3 this week. Wisconsin. He lost to Indiana. He just lost to Michigan State. Michigan State, Indiana. Now he got Wisconsin. He 0-3. How does he keep his job? I mean, I need y'all. I put it up for y'all this morning. The coach's hot seat is out. The new rankings is out. Clay Helton, he moved from the number 1 spot to the number 9 spot. But Derek Mason at Vanderbilt, he's at the Stanford of the SEC. I think he might hold on one more year during the COVID year, and everybody using laptops to go in class, online. Will Muschamp, I don't care. South Carolina, who cares? This man has not played a game, and he is number 3. Scott Frost has not won a game. I think they might be 1-2. Chip Kelly is 0-1. He I don't know how he does it. Les Miles, Kansas, they need to get rid of that dude. That job is over with. They need to go hire the coach at Bethel College, Coach Harrison. Let Coach Harrison come in at Kansas and turn it around. Get an NAIA coach. Jeremy Pruitt, I'm praying for you because T. Martin's my boy. I want him to keep his job. Jim Harbaugh, you always got a job. Get your pay, your brother's coaching, you get hired. Clay Helton, I think you move down some more. Dino Babers, even though you look like Apollo Creed with no mustache, Syracuse might give you one more shot to the beginning of the next year. That just might be it. Some of these other guys down here, Lovie Smith, I don't think they love you too much. North Texas, New Mexico, they're not even playing. Mike Leach just got to Mississippi State. He beat LSU. That was the Super Bowl for them, so they not tripping off of him. Georgia Tech guy, he just got there. UTEP, the whole city of El Paso got the COVID, so we just praying for him that he makes it. Uh, David Shaw, very interesting that you would even have David Shaw there, but they not doing good. And then Virginia Tech, you just lost to Liberty College, Memphis, Tennessee Bible School, and they not too keen on that. Now, when I look at this, the biggest part of the hot seat is how much money these guys are making. Will let you know why they got to go. Derek Mason, you're making $3.5 million. Uh, in 19, you were 3-9. In 2020, you're 0-5. It's a lot of money for a dude that never got a win on at all. It's a lot. My other guy, Will, is making 4.5. Last year he was 4-8. Right now he's 2-4. A lot of money for a guy that don't have no wins. Kevin Sumlin, 2.5 million. He was 4-8 last year, just right at 500. He's at 500 right now. He hasn't played the game. Scott Frost is 0-2, and Scott Frost is making $5 million. There's some people in Nebraska saying he got to go. It's too much bread. And last year you went 5-7. You 0-2 right now. You haven't brought those winning ways from Central Florida. Chip Kelly, you're making $6 million. You are 0-1. And next week you got Oregon. We set it up so we can get you out of here. So, yeah, I don't know. Les Miles, 2.8 million. You were 3-9 last year. You are 0-7 right now. Yeah, a lot of money. A lot of money out there. I'm just gonna share with y'all. Jeremy Pruitt, 4.5 million. 8-5 last year. 2-4. I think you stick around. I think they sizzling. Jim, 57-year-old hardball, $8 million. 9-4 last year. You're 1-2 right now. Could be 1-3. Nah. They're not trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear that. Doug, hey, if I'm Coach Doug Martin, I am so upset. He made $500,000. Everybody else is in the cabillions. Texas State, I know some DB coaches make more than you, and you the head guy. God dang. That's tough. That is tough. Who getting fired first? What up, Kev? He fired after Ohio. Okay, Harbaugh fired. Marty Warren. Marty, I know you was going. Marty gonna make sure I know. I didn't think you. I thought y'all did beat Minnesota. He not 0-3. Does Harbaugh make it? Does Harbaugh make it, Marty? We might as well ask Marty, his son on the team. I mean, does he make it? That's a lot. 8 could be. You know what? The 9-4 lets me know he makes it. He's Harbaugh. Hard year. He got some good recruits coming in. I don't think Harbaugh gets fired. He lose to Ohio State and he lose to Wisconsin. Coming into that, I knew you was gonna say he ain't going nowhere. You lose to Wisconsin, you lose to Ohio State. Coming in the next season, it's gonna be. I don't care how much royalty. Hey, Bo Schembechler was royalty. So yeah, you're right. That's why I say 9-4, COVID year. He hasn't had a real great, the whole full year. So I think Harbaugh stays, but if he loses to Ohio State and Wisconsin, it becomes a big talk, big talk next year. Big talk. I think it becomes next year. That's what I said. That's why I say. I don't think a lot. 8 million. 8 million. He made 8 million. He made 8 million. And for Harbaugh, he ain't there for the money. He paid. I mean, come on, man. Dude played in the league, coached in the league. He's at a major program. So stop. Yeah. So I'm with Marty on that. I think he's a COVID coach that gets another year. Sumlin, Chip Kelly, y'all can get in the car with Trump. Y'all all driving out of there. Get out. Y'all gone. Everybody. All them dudes is out of there. Trump, Chip Kelly, Sumlin. And here's my thing with Sumlin. I want Sumlin to do well, but my problem with Sumlin is when you say you ain't gonna recruit Cali and you right in Arizona, yeah, hey, they I'm looking for a bag. They should have had Chip bag this morning. Like Chip got people in there dusting his stuff off this right now. I like that question, Ahmad. I've heard Ahmad. I've heard two names that are truly there, and I know people are gonna hate it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And I heard it from very viable sources. Um, UCLA to turn it around as a head guy, Steve Sarkisian from LA, Torrance knows the area. You go. Wow, yeah. I go Steve Sarkisian. I make sure that I go get a defensive mind, and I'm gonna tell you what I do. I try to lure a guy like Kid Norton's not gonna come back, but I go get LA guys. I go Sark. I call Demetrius Martin because he got a great son. He did well there. He knows the lay of the land. I go get guys like Meat to see if he can be assistant DC to somebody, bring him along, and get recruiting back and start the USC UCLA recruiting war with a guy like Sark who was at SC, who was basically done wrong, told on by some fellow coaches, and I get Sark in LA, and I go get E. Scott, wide receiver coach, who got one of the best cores in the Mountain West and in the country. I bring Demetrius Martin in, and we just tear LA to pieces, and we go get guys, and I think that's your number one. Number two, Avalos, Oregon. When you bring Avalos in, you bring in a guy like Keith Hayward. You bring Keith Hayward in as a DC, and again, you go get E. Scott, you go get Demetrius Martin, you go get guys that know LA that people like, and you bring that swag and that flavor, um, that flavor back to LA, a flavor that UCLA hasn't had since the years of rest in peace, Bruce Walker and Carl Greenwood and Kosi Littleton, where they had LA and Carson and a mixture of Linwood, guys. UCLA has changed their recruiting into this thing of you know uh, there's a certain type of guy that needs to be in Westwood, and that's why I don't think they win. I think they need to go and start grabbing guys from a little bit of everywhere, like they did. Terry Donahue didn't care. He got city guys. E. Scott when he was there. He got Price and Crenshaw guys and got that mix. I think you get those guys there, and I think that becomes UCLA becomes a school you like. Ooh, they back, and then I think kids and parents will start looking out. I think there's a ton of people that would love to go to Westwood and go to school, and I think he has some talent there, and I think that would be it. I think you think if he leaves, they get Bieniemy or Leftwich. Eric Bieniemy, from my sources, Kyrie, Eric Bieniemy. Now that's a job Eric Bieniemy might take in college, but I know he was offered the Colorado job. He went to Colorado, talked about it. Eric Bieniemy is in line to get the next NFL job, and he wants the right NFL job. But Michigan is the right college job, definitely the right college job. So you definitely go there. I think Harbaugh. I think he got another year, maybe two in him, but another year for sure because of COVID. I like the question about UCLA though. Yeah. Make Westwood great again. But, uh, I think that's what you got to do. I think you got to go get flavor. Westwood ain't had no flavor, man, since really Bob Toledo and them dudes. They started recruiting, guys that didn't. And then when Meek came back, uh, uh, with your guy, and it just became more. When they came back, they really tried. He went into Bosco, got Wadu, went in and got Rosen, went and got guys, and he was trying to do it. And I think if Chip really wanted to stick around, that was his number one mistake. He got rid of Demetrius Martin. He didn't hire me. I think you would have had. I know for a fact you would have had. Not along with Darnay, you would have had Buki, you would have had T.J. Pleasure, you would have had a host of other guys that wanted to stay at home and go to UCLA. But when you didn't hire that guy, the ship started sinking right then because Chip, you have no. I mean, there was nobody that really wanted to. They didn't want to go there. I mean, D. Foss is our guy. Deshaun is my guy. He's there now. Coach Kafusi came from Nevada. He's a D line coach. Those guys are great. They would have been great additions with Demetrius, who had already shown you what he could do. But no, don't. I think you better get Sark. You better get Avalos. You better get. I mean, hey, I'm gonna pump Jay Norvell up. High powered offense, throwing the ball. You know, yeah, and get somebody that's gonna put points up and be exciting to watch. You better go get those guys. Guy like Jay, Matt Mummy. You got to go get those guys. Uh, yeah, you got to go get guys. Then you got to go get these jobs right now, man, with are coveted jobs. Uh, Player development at a school, director of recruiting. You go get guys that been around the kids, know the kids and the parents, and you get somebody, you put them in place. Got these old stiff dudes that don't know anybody. They jock everybody. I get the phone. Hey, that's my dude. Oh, that's my boy. Nobody want to hear that. You don't know the kid. So UCLA needs an overhaul, big time. I wish the athletic director would call me. I'd tell him what it is, like out the gate. Um, so yeah, those are the two top names I've heard. Well, Jay is a head coach. I mean, he been around the game. He been in the league. He been Texas. He's been. I'm just talking about what he's doing right now. I think they can go. Hopefully, they beat New Mexico this week. Then they come back beat San Diego. Nevada be 7-0, 8-0. He gonna be one of the. It's gonna be one of them. This gonna be one of them dudes. He gonna be one of them dudes that gonna be able to probably pick where he want to go because he's been around for so long. That's why I'm pushing it. And again, my son is there, so I really don't want him to leave. But if he got to go, I understand the real, yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, I like what's the name, DTR. I think he was a better wide receiver when he was at Bishop Gorman. I think he took the quarterback thing and everybody just went crazy. Has not shown that at all. I think he needs to go back. He's a great athlete. I think he needs to go back to wide receiver. I think you need to go get a quarterback, and that'll be it. Iowa State coach, definitely a good guy. The part about head coaching and the guy taking an LA job is, does he know the lay of the land? Does he know what he's dealing with? When you LA is a different monster. That's why Sarkisian has to be the number one choice because he's from there. He knows what's up. He knows 7-on-7 guys. He knows club coach. He knows high school guys. He's been in the Pac-12 with SC and Washington. So to take a UCLA job only makes sense for a guy like Sarkisian, where, now the problem is you just got through paying Mora $13.5 million, getting that off the books. What are you paying Chip to leave? What, a year early, 2 years early on the contract? And then how do you pay Sarkisian and go get the coaches that you need? They got the money, but after a COVID year, you haven't had you talking about for Michigan. Yeah. I think the Iowa State guy, I think Michigan still just goes strictly really hard tradition, some type of ties to their program. And I don't know if he does. I don't know. But I think he's a great coach. I think he's a really good coach. I think he was a coach that was mentioned in the USC talks, along with Franklin from Penn State, who I know they's like no sir, but I heard Franklin name. So I want to know. I mean, Clay. Hey, my boy told me. He said Clay is a Christian. He said because there's no way in the world. I mean, Clay sticking around. I'm very interested in who, if Kyrie's on here, if something happens with Sumlin, who gets the U of A job? Because I heard the same name from UCLA. If Sark took UCLA, I heard Avalos, Oregon goes to U of A, which would be great. Um, I wonder that because U of A is a very interesting program. When it is clicking, it is a fun place to be in Tucson. You got great basketball, cheap living, an hour flight from LA, the California recruiting with Arizona, Arizona State, USC, UCLA. You're in the mix on every kid if you put the right people there. Uh, Sumlin is just missing it, man. I'm just telling you, you gotta. I'd be in LA right now. I'd be in LA right now. Uh, if I'm Sumlin, hey, I got a list of kids. I'll be just making sure, you know, we'll get down to Tucson. Beautiful college campus. Again, hour flight out of LA. All that whole IE. Again, same with UNLV. Um, I got the chance to be in that stadium. I've heard Arizona. I've heard Avalos. I've heard AP. I think AP's is if and what I saw against SC, that defense just did an amazing job till about 4 minutes left in the game. I think it was a gas thing. I think AP gets that shot, being a guy there as well, or solely becomes the DC and not share it with a Marvin Williams. I mean Marvin. Who was it? Marvin Lewis. Uh, with Marvin Lewis at ASU. I think the problem with AP is that are you going to give AP the credit? Or are you going to say, oh, that's Marvin Lewis. That's really not AP. Let's bring AP in as our DC before we bring him in as a head guy because he hasn't been a head guy in college. Yeah, high school, head recruiting coordinator, head linebackers coach, but is he a head football coach and a D coordinator over the team? Let's give him something and graduate. I don't know if Arizona is going to take a chance on a first time guy being a head coach that hasn't been fully the DC. They like to play those games. Well, let's see. So Avalos, he gets the nod. He's been at Boise. Oregon has been ranked higher. If he was to take that and bring, what I mean, that's what that would be big for them. I'd give it to AP in a heartbeat. I think overall you have the recruiting coordinator. You have the recruiting. He understands the lay of the land of Arizona, and he went to school there. He has Arizona. He has LA. He understands that. I think the school might play the other part. I think there's some very interesting schools out there that should be talking to everybody. If you're a parent, I'd be, Graham Harrell, schools hire coaches with the put points on the board. Yeah, exciting. You want fans, and whenever we get fans back, Graham Harrell is a guy that, and I think USC has to win. But I wonder if now Graham Harrell, I can see that as well. I can see Graham Harrell out of Arizona because again, there's always this tie with Arizona that they think they can pull Texas kids because it's the desert and it's very, very it's very similar in a sense to them that, oh yeah, this Tucson reminds me of Texas. Yeah, we can get kids here. But I would be worried about Graham Harrell from a recruiting perspective. I think you get a better coach in AP, a better coach in Coach Avalos from a recruiting perspective if you grab those two guys. I think you get it better from a Jay Norvell and an E. Scott and a Matt Mumby. You get an exciting football and a guy that knows LA and is going to recruit LA and Arizona and some other guys. So I think those become uh, uh, reasons why I would look those ways. I think those would be my top picks for Arizona. Um, the school that I'm really surprised by that's 0-3 right now, sitting on the 15 is UNLV. I think uh, me and Wadu talked about this, and I know he's at San Jose now, but UNLV should not be 0-3. UNLV recruiting wise should be one of the better schools in the Mountain West because of where it sits, brand new stadium, $55 million facility. Um, I want to ask parents. I heard a lot of parents don't like their kids going to Vegas. Is there a Vegas I really don't like? No, but I would. I'm being honest. Is there really I don't want my kid in Vegas? And I think when I look, I'm like, man, Vegas is just the outskirts of Vegas, being able to buy homes and do okay and do some things. It's just it's crazy. Yeah, like Lamont, you and Wood, y'all laughing, you saying they're trash, but I think UNLV um, with the right coach, and I think they hired. I think hiring Aurora from Oregon, like the guy, it was a Jim Mora school, ex NFL guy that would have brought in again. You wouldn't have got Demetrius at Colorado. You'd have got a Demetrius Martin who would have probably been your DC. You would have got a Steve Broussard. You would have got some guys from LA that could recruit that IE 15, all those parents, all those schools, and in the LA and really competed. I I mean, yeah, LZ, come on, man. They got an interim coach. I called them on Monday after they fired that guy. Just sent my email out like, yo, we got players. Cause I saw dudes out there, they was boarded to I ain't never seen nobody get nailed to some turf. Romeo was running on them. I could have swore somebody had a PlayStation remote control up in the stands. The way he was catching the throwing ball, that was bananas. But UNLV is very very surprising. Utah, I will always say this without a shadow of a doubt. If Mark is still on here, there is no other school in the Mountain West that should be better than San Diego State. Location, location, location. I'm never going to Boise, Utah State over a school like San Diego, UNLV, Nevada. Uh, I'm not going to Boise in the snow. I'm going to UNLV. My parents get to see me. I play in Raider Stadium. If I'm going in business, I got hotel management. I got jobs all around me. I'm back home. There's no way. So recruiting, I mean, that's their biggest thing, and you got to have people that can sell that program. It's going to take some time. I knew that it was going to be trash year. Maybe 22 they'll arrive. Coaching staff needs some time to build their coach. The problem is, Lamont, is that I just went and some of the things San Diego State recruiting is bougie. Yeah, hey, they got rid of Coach Rocky. I deal with Honky Cooper, great dude, good coach. But there's no way you got great schools in San Diego. The kids at Lincoln, and they grew up in San Diego. I know it's always hard to keep those guys at home. But if you're recruiting guys, I mean, you got a wide receiver in Keyshawn who went to Lincoln. He's at University of Miami. Um, I mean, in San Diego, and they have. But I mean, I'll take you guys through kind of my day when I'm looking at schools for people, and when we look at like their commitments, I watch commitments because I'm like, I want to know like who did you get? Why did you get this guy? I mean, look at where uh, in the 21 class we go in the Mountain West, um, and when we look in the Mountain West right now, when we look at UNLV, I was on here this morning. Uh, as of right now, they're ranked number 2 in the Mountain West nationally set for their 21 class. They've already got hard commits from 20 guys, right? This is a DN from Baldwin Park, Nick Demetrius. I don't know what school. 6'4", 235. Another kid from Texas, Anthony Rojas, uh, Rosas, offensive guard from Baldwin Park. So I think that's one of Matt's guys, 6'2", 295. Um, Cameron Blatton, they got from St. John Bosco, a corner. They got Sammy, they got my boy Big D's grandson. But then they jump into Texas and go and get a kid out of Duncanville, 6'4", 250, quarterback, 6'5", 210 guy from Hawaii. Another line. So it's like these guys are in Texas. They got another Bosco kid. Um, got another kid from Pittsburgh, California, another outside linebacker. They got Cam Oliver, kid out of Texas, another Honolulu guy. So it looks like he's recruiting like he did a little bit at Oregon, couple guys from LA. So Lamont, you right. It looks like, these are all 3-star kids. When you get down to the bottom, the Bryson Jackson kid is a JC transfer, went to Blaine College. And then another kid, Graham Keating, offensive tie. So I think they get better. But I just think there's some other kids that should look at UNLV in another light. When you look at the Mountain West again, and again, I did this morning. I looked at Utah State on Monday. I studied their stuff, and I'm like, so they're ranked 11, and dude, they in trouble. I mean, they got 6 hard commits. We sitting in November. Another Samoan kid out of Utah, Texas, Utah, New Jersey. They're not even in SoCal. they don't have one kid from California. They got a bunch of Utah kids. So, I mean, guys, I'm telling you, I stay on it with my job, looking at these schools. Another school that New Mexico did a good job, I think, recruiting their 6. They jumped on it. Look at that. I think they had 23 guys hard commit, meaning they only got 2 scholarships left at all. But Florida, Kenyatta Lanier from Long Beach Poly, little athlete. Texas, California, they got a kid from San Diego, CJ Montez, our guy from Paraclete, Texas, California. Xavier Haley, Tulare up here by us in Bakersfield. Chandler, Arizona, stretched it out. But that's Jamie Christensen and those guys. They came from ASU, so they came with some different stuff. So when you look at that, you can see another school, I think, Colorado State. It's got a bunch of Vegas guys. Colorado, number one thing I heard them say is that they want to make sure they take kids in Colorado. So they got 20 kids already committed in this class. Hope I'm helping some of you guys because y'all oh, my kid can go here. Well, this is how many commits they got. Meaning they take all those commits. It's gonna be tough. San Jose State, 11, right? It's crazy. 11 guys already signed. Long Beach Poly, Stevenson Ranch, all Cali guys, which is good. My boy Leonard Glass transferred from Iowa State. They took him back. He's at College of Sequoia, just getting classes. He'll be over there. So that's gonna be huge for them as well. So while doing them, they got some work. But that's the Mountain West. Let me see if anybody's asking me to look at something else. Anybody want me to look at anything else? I will. Just let me know. You want me to look at another? And I'm just trying to see. he said they need to offer every New Mexico. They need to offer every kid. Yeah, but I just don't see. And San Diego Wood said they were a little bougie. They're ranked 3rd. They got 16 hard commits already for this class, right? And then you can look. we'll change it. We'll go look at the 22. So when we study in the 22 class, San Diego ain't signed nobody. They ain't got no commits from nobody. Now we can look at their offers. Again, Ray Leak's not going there. Jalen's not going there. I don't know this kid, Austin Hayes from Nevada. He's already signed. So these are their 21s that they've offered right now at San Diego. They've offered 3 running backs, 1 wide receiver that already committed to Washington. So I'd like to see who else they've offered in that class. Damani Jackson is not going there. So start recruiting another cornerback, please. Jalil Tucker, he may go there. If we look at him, let's look at his offers. Okay, Arkansas, Cal, Oregon, USC, Washington. Why would he stay and go to San Diego State? He probably won't. And that's, that again goes back to recruiting. When you start dealing with these coaches, like they don't, them not understanding or doing what they need to do. Let's go back to those other schools. When we go back to those other schools and see what they've done already, because this is the stuff you guys like, I mean, why won't they recruit my son? What's up with them? I mean, go back in and look at, go in here and look. Don't get on 24/7 and look at your kid's profile. 22 commits. Look at their offers. You can look at who they offered already. So they've offered 3 quarterbacks. 2 out of Cali, 1 out of UNLV, 1 out of Texas for the 22 class. 6 running backs. Jalen's not going. I know it. The nephew not going. That's my guy. I don't know about Zeke. 16 wide receivers. Yeah, their receivers didn't look, 16 kids at wideout. They've offered 8 tight ends. 7, one's going to Stanford already. Kid out of Washington, offensive tackle lineman. You go down and see how many DBs. They've offered 11 corners, 7 safeties. What drives me nuts is you're offering guys sometimes that you're not going to get. A 4-star guy in Julian Humphrey out of Texas. Don't think he's going there. Jaden McKinney, Mickey, 4-star guy out of Corona Centennial. Don't know. Can't tell you. St. John Bosco, Tavion Beasley, Wood. Is that where is he going? Is he going? You know what I mean? Yeah. So here are guys that they've already offered, saved. And then this one messes up a lot of guys because they don't know what position these guys are going to play. So 9 athletes. So they're going to fall in somewhere, anywhere in there. You just got to look at their height and size. 5'10", 165, 6 feet, 180, 6'3", 185. These are receivers, DBs. There go Chris Adam Moore's little brother. 5'11", 185 kid out of Lakewood High School. So when you look at that, you look at these things, man, you'll get to see it's like some of these kids who they're offering in these classes. But here's Fresno State's 22. Noah from Servite. Stop it. He ain't going. All-purpose quarterback out of Lincoln. All-purpose back, 5'9", kid out of Stockton. Ray Leak, he's not going to Fresno State. Michael Hayes, I don't know Michael. I could ask Wood and those guys. These are the guys they offer. To my guy Ty, they haven't even offered 1 tight end, and they run tight ends, right? So they don't. D ends, they got 1 guy. Yeah. Prospects, they got a gang of prospects. Look, 35 on Scout Look. Those are the top 35 kids that they're looking at. There they are. A lot of kids in there, man. I mean, Ray Leak is on here. I don't know why. You guys want to go to the pack? We go to the pack. Arizona, what y'all doing? Let me bring that back up. We're going to go. Arizona, what y'all doing? 22s. Let's find out what Arizona looking like. Commits. They got 2. Kid from Chandler, kid from Tucson. Pro style quarterback and a wide receiver. That's what they got. That's commits they got. Who they offer? Same kid. AJ Duffy, Devin Brown, he's already going to SC. Already going to Washington State. They got a commitment of a pro style quarterback. He wants to stay home. Got it. Dual threat quarterback out of Clovis, Fresno, Nate Johnson. Already. Ray Lee, you know. Go, not going. Probably not, you don't know. They offered my son already. Ian Jernigan done. Here, guys, they offered right here. All these dudes. Tight ends. They got 4 tight ends that they offered. A 4-star, 4-star, 3-star, 3-star. So when you look at this, this is, DBs. $11 DBs they offer. Damani not going there. 4 safeties. So it's crazy, man. This is just daily work of looking at, who's doing what, who to pick up the phone and call and talk to about what they're doing so we can see, what's going on. Let's look at the portal. I did this for Wood the other day. You also can see how many guys they got in the portal. Yeah. So got a 3-star guy, 6'2", 190. That's why I don't care what guy. He long, he big, it don't matter. He in the portal too. So for your JC guys, these are the guys that, they're going to get a look over a JC guy before anything. Kylan Wilborn, he's immediately eligible. So I watch these. This guy's transferred. He's a weak side DN, 6'2", 236. He's transferring, ready to go. Linebacker kid, right? Inside linebacker. He already left. He was immediately ready. He's already transferred to Texas Tech. So for every 3 dudes, look, the linebacker already got picked up. Big question mark. These dudes in the portal, ain't nobody picked those guys up yet. How many guys in the portal at SC? SC got anybody in the portal? Nada. That's crazy. They don't have anybody. UCLA keeping it. Wow. So Jamal McClendon, 3-star when he came out of high school, 6'1", 210 in the portal. Jake Burton, offensive lineman, 6'6", 290. Got in the portal. Look who gets out of the portal faster than anybody. Lineman, O-tackle, UCLA to Baylor. Paul Gratton, 6'4", 300. Immediately, there he is. Villanova. Defensive back. Immediately. Notre Dame to UCLA. These dudes got out the portal and either went to UCLA or went somewhere else. But they got out 6'2", 205. So them dudes get to go quick. Colorado. Demetrius, did y'all put somebody in the portal? William is in the portal question. There he is. Safety, 6'2", 190. I'm out of here. There you go. In the portal. all this size, and he's big. You'll be in that portal with a bunch of other big measurable dudes if you want. Jack Smith, you knew you wasn't playing. I don't understand what you doing. 6'1", 185 in the portal. Kyle Horn, 6'5", 245 tight end. They just picked him up. He was immediate from out the portal to ASU. He's a tight end. That's where they got him. Told you. You got to study this stuff, man. How many guys in the portal from Oregon? Oregon used to be the portal kings. Andrew Johnson, outside backer, 3-star, 6'2", 222. Tell you, I'll show you in the portal. It's some portal dudes in there. And we in I'm in 2021. Let's go back here in this portal right now. 2020 portal, Arizona. Whoa, there it is. See how many dudes in the portal? Uh-huh. The guys they got, and guys that's in the portal. Right here. I was on 2021. That's why the number, I was like, that ain't a lot. So running back, Bryce Coleman, 5'8", 165. Brendan Schooler, immediate. He left Oregon, came to U of A. Look at where these guys going to school when they leave. Immediately eligible, left U of A. He went to Montana State, 6'4", 185. I know they was happy. Jake Peters, tight end, pending appeal. U of A to Colorado. Question is, did he follow Coach Meat? That's probably why it's pending appeal. Matthew, big old lineman, came from Grand Valley to U of A. They pulled him out the portal. Aaron Blackwell, D tackle, pulled him out the portal from New Mexico. Roy Lopez, D tackle, pulled him out the portal, 6'2", 290. He was already at New Mexico, right? Here's what's crazy. And when we talk about this, these guys are leaving New Mexico, going to Arizona, got out the portal and is at Arizona. This is for you JC parents. These guys are jumping over JC guys going into these D1. So when you say, oh, I'll go JC, they going to get these dudes first. Even at a school like University of Montana, this Arizona kid just jumped over strong side DN 6'2", 245, left U of A, Pac-12, because he probably picked it out of high school because it was big. He's really going to a school he probably should have went to out of high school. But now that he's going, let's see, when did he graduate? When did he graduate high school? From Henderson to back. This old dude is a he graduated high school in 2015. How many kids he just jumped over? Are you serious? You gotta be ashamed of yourself. You old as I am. Yeah, he graduated in 15. It's a lot of guys, man. He left, went there. He left, went there. So parents, when you win a service, give us somebody that's gonna do some homework on what's gonna be the right fit for you. That's what I mean. The right fit for you if you go in the portal. Are you talking to a coach before you leave? Are you trying to transfer to another Power 5? Or are you going to another? Are you going to? Then we look at here, Power 5 to Power 5, Power 5 to Stephen F. Austin, 1AA, 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 Pac-12 to Pac-12, 1AA. So when you transfer, most of the time you transfer and going to a school where it might be a better fit for you on a lower level where you can go right in and play. You become the big flea on the dog because you are coming from a Power 5 conference. But look at one more and then we get back with y'all here live. I'm just taking y'all through one of my days. USC got any 2020s that went in the portal? Oh, JT Daniels. Yeah, Power 5 to Power 5. We haven't seen him play yet. Jack Sears, is he playing at Boise? So I'm messing with my boy Wood because I want to know, right? 3 quarterbacks from SC, 5-star out of high school, 4-star out of high school. That's what that means right there. Devon, he's at Oregon. He's playing a little bit. Valus, I know I see Valus on there, was playing for Coach T. Martin. See, you move because you have some good relationship with coaches that may have passed on. So these are all, I take Boise as a Power 5. It's one of the top schools in the country. Daniel, he left, tight end, went to Illinois. Clayton Bradley, gone, hasn't gotten picked up yet. CJ, Utah State, went to a mid-major, went there. Special teams guy, the kicker, who cares, right? So at the end of the day, look at where these guys are going. Because of coaches, I can look over here and know. For the most part, mid-major, but I take it as a Power 5. Mid-major, SMU, mid-major is one of the Texas schools. So, SC don't. Now, when I pull this UCLA, well, don't be alarmed that you might see 40 names. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of dudes in the portal, bro. A lot. That's a lot of guys. Right? UCLA to Purdue. Britain. They got this running back from Duke to UCLA. Dusty Mitchell. Nobody's picked him up. Kyron Higgins. Nobody's picked him up. Theo Howard. Grad transfers at OU. Don't know if he's played yet. U of A, University of Miami to UCLA. Matt Lynch, immediate, UCLA to CU. Jordan Wilson, UCLA to Florida State. Josh Harris, nobody's picked him up. Chris Murray to UCLA to OU. Not eligible to play yet, though. No immediate eligible, so he's sitting around. Marcus Moore, immediate. He played the other night. I didn't know he was there when Nevada put it on them dudes. Noah Keeter, here he is, UCLA to Florida. Javar Anderson, Javari, I think that's New Mexico. Eastern Kentucky. He was immediately ready to play. 1AA school. Tyree Thompson, 3-star, 6'3", outside linebacker. Nobody's picked him up. Nobody's picked him up. Nobody's picked him up. Came from Stanford to UCLA. Came from Kent State to UCLA. Defensive back. So a lot of guys in the portal. You got to study it, look at it, make the right decision when you're looking at, possibly transferring out of a school. And I'm sorry, you guys, that I was on 21 looking earlier. Colorado, another school had a lot of guys jump in that portal when the coaching change happened. So this guy went to Princeton, so he might have, hey, smart guy, probably grad transfer. Sam went in the portal, came back, thought he wasn't going to do it, came back. So you see, nobody picked up. Brandon Huffman Dixon, California kid, went there, got in the port. Darian Jones, immediately ready to go. Jake Peters, a pending appeal. Batu Sabo, nobody picked up. Pending appeal. Antonio Olafo came from University of Alabama to Colorado. Another guy, where's he coming from? To Colorado. Colorado to Montana State. Nobody picked up. Colorado to Buffalo. University of Buffalo. Schools that most of you guys would not have looked at out of high school. University of Miami. Like, ain't nobody going, man, I want to go to Buffalo. Come on, man. That was who was going to take him. That's where he went. Right here, Southern Illinois, safety. Sac State. Okay. So you got to study this stuff, man. You got to make sure you're looking at it the right way to make sure that you're making the right decision. If you are going to, definitely be one of those guys that are going to leave and want to leave school, because that's just how this thing goes, man. Can't just listen to everybody say, hey, this is where you gonna go. Not the right way to make sure that Here it is. Yeah, Chris Murray's a dog, Lamont. Absolutely. So let me read San Diego. So just want you guys to know, man, kind of what I sit here and do and get on the phone and call. And so you guys see, that's a free website 24/7. But you got to know what you're looking at, what you're studying, and then who you're going to call on the back end because that's it. JT hasn't played yet. We know that, but he's coming off of an ACL. I heard he was ready to go, man. I mean, so man, I hope that's it. I hope that's the deal. Crump, I thought I did. I did. I thought I looked at. I was on. I did. I look on 21. I'll look at 21 for you. Crump, call me, man, please. But oh, Fresno 21 class commits. I'll look at that. I thought I looked at Fresno 21. Did I look at it, Lamont? I thought I looked at Fresno. I'm on it for my people. These are my guys. I'll look at it. Fresno State commits for 21. Fresno State commits for 21. They got 15, bro. They already got 15 dudes. Like they not playing. I know Jordan Hamby, Hornbeck, the running back out of San Joaquin Memorial. Jalen hit the quarterback from Chaminade. Another offensive all-purpose back from Lawndale. Fresno got a nice mix, bro. Texas, California, Colorado, California, Culver City guy. Oh, I think Krupp told me about Culver City guy. Another Lawndale guy. El Cajon, they down in San Diego. Full of hey, this dude right here can flat out play corner. I love this dude. Alzelia Hamilton, watched him at a camp. Just a straight dog, stay focused. Malik Vegas, another Vegas guy. Rio Rancho, New Mexico, tight end. I met this dude with his mom and dad a few years ago. I met him at Cal. Absolutely smart kid. Yep, Army. Yep, good kid. That's a good pick of Lamont. He can go, and he's a green. He's one of those green kids. Didn't play high school, a lot of high school, and then I don't know this kid from Seattle. I have to ask my boy Tracy up there if this is a FSP guy, 6'5", 205 pound outside line. So Fresno, yeah, Fresno is looking really, really good in their uh, in their 21 class. I ain't gonna let y'all not let me look at Nevada because I'm looking at Nevada too. And they got 18 commits, man. Kid out of Washington, Dallas, Texas. Got some Texas coaches on the staff, so they've been on that. Zachary Lewis kid plays with Demetrius Martin's son, little athlete, little dog out of Chandler, Arizona. Grandview kid plays at Grandview inside linebacker. Uh, Ty Collins. Again, no one tight end kid out of San Luis Obispo, 6'6", 200. Probably gonna move him on the line. We're gonna see what he look like. But Nevada looks good too, Lamont. So I'm not letting you get away with that, making me look at Fresno and not Nevada as well. So yeah, it looked good. You know why he don't want to listen, Vi? It's a family thing. He recruited my son. I'm just telling you right now. Where your running back at? Who is it? Is he a 21 or 22? Okay, that's cool, bro. Kirby Smart is he got the whole state of Georgia wanted him to play JT, but he'd rather play a 5A walk on who can't throw the ball. Yeah, that's why I asked, was it the knee? Was it the knee? You're 21? Send it to me. I tell Vi, come on, bro. Come on. Because Vi's brother, with this year not counting, Toa's coming back. So you'll have a 21. You got a freshman and the kid from Washington. Take your guy, and then possibly my dude. But my dude is, I don't know what he gonna do. I'm just outside, just outside, just it's outside chance, you know. If Fresno would go ahead and do what they need to do, but it's cool. We gonna see. Yeah, we gonna see. If Fresno did, Fresno 4-2 would be all right. He can stay close to his mama and play against his brothers. We'd be all right. But they messing around, man. They ain't offered him yet. But send it to me. I go in there. I'll be with Bio next week when we play San Diego State. Big game. Gonna be a big game next week, man. Then we come back and they go to Hawaii, and then they come back and we play Fresno December 5th at Nevada. Lamont, I got you a ticket. I don't want to hear I can't go. Get the day off. You ride with me. We going. I'm gonna come by Fresno, scoop you up, and we going because it's my birthday, and that's the week we going. My birthday's the 10th. It's that Thursday, and then the next day, that Friday, if you don't go with me then, you better go because we play San Jose State on Friday night, the 11th of December. And then the season over. And if we run the table, we gonna see Boise. And I just heard we playing in Inglewood at the Ram Stadium for the Mountain West Championship. So I would have been in the Raiders Stadium and the Ram Stadium, and I don't like neither one of the teams. I'm a Cowboy fan. So Lamont, get with me because that's the game. Art Hall, Ron, Big Ron, we coming to get y'all. I told y'all already, we coming to get y'all. But I don't want to think too fast because I thought San Diego was going to beat San Jose, and we would meet, and we would be ready to go. And oh, he had 22. Okay, all right, that's cool. Taking all of them. Okay, got it. And that's my problem right now. I thought San Diego was gonna beat San Jose, but they lost. So we're not gonna have an undefeated versus undefeated. But we're gonna have a good game. So we could be 4-0 against 3-1. And then we beat them, we go to Hawaii, we be 6-0 coming home playing Fresno. That's gonna be a shootout. We're gonna have to give it to them. And then we beat San Jose, Boise. Pray for us. I'm scared of Boise. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I'm scared of them. They ain't got nothing else to do but play football, ski, and hunt. I'm scared of them. Telling the truth. Then we win that, we go to a bowl game, and it's a new year, and we get to go to a bowl game. And 1 year college football is out. Son, it'll be a year and a half in. Hey, man, enjoyed y'all today, man. Really happy that y'all stayed on with me. Saw what we do with the studying of the portal and all that. Some of you guys that are helping kids and talking to kids, do that, man. Open it up and be like, look, man, look how many guys are in the portal before you go to this school. Look at this situation. Look how many kids they've offered. Boom. But Utah State and UNLV, y'all should be offering everybody. Y'all should offer Dataquan. Yeah, offer him. Okay, for real. So get at y'all. Crump, you gonna call me at 4:30. That's good. I'm the Deacon, man. I'm out.